And welcome back to the Heart of Chaos. I'm Avier once again. I would like to already apologize for not having updated in a while. Things have not been going my way, and then after all of that I started to lose my voice, so I couldn't record. But we are going to try and get back on track inside of the Earth Temple. In the last episode, we managed to gain the bomb bag from Led over there. He was kind enough to give it to us after we explained our sob story that we need to save Zelda. And in this episode, we're going to go further into the temple and gain its some riches along the way. Alright, so first thing we're going to want to do is to head over here. Now this little area is optional. There's no need to come over here if you don't want to, but I actually prefer to come over here because, well, completion's sake. Oh, I need a heart. And the heart's inside of the lava. Now over here you can go ahead and gain some rupees, nothing too fancy. Most of the time when you're digging around you'll likely find green and blue rupees in succession, but not too many times do you really have to worry about it. Alright, so what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to jump over here, place down the bomb, and jump off. I always find that's the best strategy because there we go. That took a lot longer than I remember it taking. Alright. So we're going to go on to hop up here and open the treasure chest. What is inside the treasure chest, you might ask? Well, we're going to get a golden skull. A real rarity among skull ornaments. It shines with an eerie golden color. And that's our first golden skull. In various playthroughs, you will find golden skulls among Bokoblin leaders, and very rarely among regular. What? I did not jump sideways. I was aiming so I could... Never mind. I was trying to do this and press A, but I guess the game thought that jumping in the lava was the best opportunity for me. I'll take the blame. This is my fault. Anyway, so next thing we're going to want to do is make our way over here. And as I was saying before I jumped into the lava, normal Bokoblins have a very rare chance of dropping that item, while Bokoblin leaders that summon more Bokoblins have a better chance, but it's still Jelly Blob rare. Okay, not Jelly Blob rare. Those are quite common. Alright, let's hope we can take... Wow, quite common that I've only found one of them. Really? Huh. That is probably the... That and Amber Relics are probably the most common items you'll be finding in this temple. Not in this temple, in the game. I should probably say that correctly. Alright, there's a save shrine over here. A few enemies in the distance, but we won't worry about them. Rolling over them with the ball, as you've seen me do before, is probably the best opportunity for you to do there. Alright, so we're going to... Hey, it's bad. No one asked your opinion. Alright, we're going to want to walk over here and toss the bomb on top of that, and it'll blow up a path forward. Go ahead and blow up. I believe if you're impatient enough and you hit that with the slingshot, it should explode immediately, and we want to get out of his way. Oh god! I was thinking you were out of range. I am not doing so hot, dang. Alright. No you don't. I know how to parry. I'm just not doing so hot with it lately, is all. I am just the best at this game, and don't you forget it. Oh hey, a heart. I actually could use that for once. And another lizard tail! It's quite clear I turned the game off because we found one of these last time. So you go ahead and put the lizard tail inside of your inventory. Remember, all treasures you get will be used for upgrading items you obtain, while all bugs you receive will be used to upgrade potions. Not permanently, however. The potion upgrades I don't find too useful because, well, I don't use potions as often as most people, as often as the game suggests. And what potions do give you standard is pretty neat already. So I kind of do find the bug upgrades to be rather useless. I didn't even use them in hero mode, and I just drowned that Bokoblin. So you think of it how you will. If you think the potion upgrades will be useful, go right ahead. I personally don't. However, the item upgrades, those are extremely useful. Getting, for example, your shield can be upgraded, and, well, that just is useful in and of itself. As, well, you'll be able to take more hits on your shield if you're not so great with parrying. Plus, it also it doesn't just upgrade the item, it changes the look of the item, flashing one of the upgraded changes on the screen now. That's what it could possibly look like. Wow, I can't speak. Alright, so we're going to open this treasure chest, and inside of here, we're going to get the useful item, the dungeon map. Remember, the dungeon map functions as the compass as well. So we will be able to see where all treasure chests in the dungeon are, as well as save shrines, and whatever else the map decides it wants to give us. Alright, so over here, you go ahead and break these. You can get rupees, sometimes hearts, though hearts are on the rare scale. I believe it's a 40% chance that you can get hearts from those jars. But don't quote me on that, because I pretty much just calculate it based on my own findings and not necessarily what I've looked up. Alright, so we're going to make our way. I do not believe there's any reward in this room aside from, well, getting the dungeon map, which is reward enough in my book. So we can now make our way outside. Now you'll see on the map, if I can flash it up, that we know we want to go up here. But we saw before that there's no way to get across here. But that there's an X over here. That X will burn me. It'll burn me. That X will be our way forward. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to go back on our hamster ball of lava evasiveness. That's what it's called, the hamster ball of lava evasiveness. It's official. I didn't make that up just now. Alright. You see, Nintendo's not so clever with their naming, because they call it the hamster ball. I mean, I guess that's kind of clever. Though, I mean, I'm not gonna judge them. Alright, so I believe it is right over here that we're gonna want to toss a bomb. And then another! Originally, when I had done this dungeon, I thought one bomb was enough, and that I just failed miserably, and then I learned that you actually do need 2 bombs to get through this, so stock up on those bombs because they're going to be used in the dungeon. Why are they used in this dungeon? Well, we got them in this dungeon. No, no, bad. No, stop with your fireballs. I will crush you. Oh yeah, heart. Gimme, 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 gimme. Gimme. No. No, it's in the lava. No. No, I can't have the... Ah. That's depressing. Now, if you're out of bombs, don't worry. There's a passage over here that you can go ahead and grab more. But don't worry too much about that. Oh, hey, look, hearts. I need those. For some reason, I'm not doing so hot. However, you might notice I do have 8 hearts. So, the game's not difficult. It definitely, we're still in the easy part. And the little mess up can be forgiven here and there. Nothing too dangerous up ahead. All right, so we're going to have to continue navigating our way forward. Now, you would think forward is the... You stupid bokoblin. Ah, I like the rewards they give, and I keep drowning them in the lava. Now, the way forward, we need to go this way. But, there's lava. What you're going to want to do is we're going to want to get back on your hamster wheel. And as you can see, there's a little passageway over here. That is a passageway, right? I'm not being... Oh, actually, yeah, I am being stupid. I know where I'm going. There's Keese. I know this all along. I was just testing you. No one is believing me. Okay, so we're going to want to make our way forward. This dungeon is fairly linear and straightforward as the other one was. And if that is one criticism I shall make of Skyward Sword, is that there's a lot less exploring. I think there are only a few dungeons in the game that really let you explore. But that's not a terrible thing, as let's face it, not all dungeons have been fairly non-linear in their solving methods, and dungeons that have been, such as the Gerudo Training Grounds in Ocarina of Time, which was an optional dungeon, you could actually screw up if you didn't do it right. Alright, we're going to want to get off our ball of death, and we're going to want to take out our beetle! Why? Because we're going to be ripping some, well, lines, ropes. Sorry about the cut, was interrupted for a second. Good thing it was in a cutscene. Alright, so next thing we're going to want to do is we're going to want to send our beetle through this cavern on his own. I hope he'll be safe. And there's a save shrine there. Foreshadowing! But the bokoblins are terrified of the beetle for some reason. Aw, they were facing the other way. But you can see that they run from it when it arrives, which is odd because it can't do anything to them. They could just slice at it and make our life so much more difficult. I guess they are slightly an obstacle because if you do happen to smack into them, they will basically just stop your beetle from moving and then things go wrong. But, not the end of the world. Alright, so we're going to want to make our way forward. If you need to save, you can go up here. However, I recommend going up this way anyway because it's always good to make sure to slaughter the bokoblins and grab and gather their treasure. And they didn't provide me any treasure. That's a little disappointing. Save shrine up here if you need it. But I don't. We're going to make our way a little bit more ahead in this episode before we want to save and shut off. Alright, let's go ahead and slice you down. Oh, wow. They're more resilient than I remember. 2 slices from that, though I could have just run him over with my hamster ball of lava evasiveness. I'm seriously going to continue calling it that. And make way through. Yes, I almost got slaughtered by the lava. Now this part, why does this exist? Why? They were just like, oh, you know, we need them to have linear hamster ball in this. It's just, I mean, how does the lava even do this? Like, is this, I mean, I imagine that it's a big rock and like a big, very linear path of rock or something that's keeping the lava afloat. But it's just, no. Who would design their temple like this? Why? Alright, over here is actually where I meant to stop before when I was mentioning that you should chase after the bokoblins, because over here is actually a Lizzle foe. And those are always fun to kill. And you were in my way. Now what's fun with these guys is don't worry, go ahead and toss a bomb at them and they're just gonna blow up. So, up here is a treasure chest containing none other than 20 rupees. Not too bad. Hopefully we don't hit the cap on our rupees in this dungeon. Well, no, I hope we hit the cap later in the latter part of the dungeon, because at that point I don't mind it. Now I made a mistake here, and a pretty big one at that. Wait, did I make a mistake? Wait, why did I jump? No, I didn't mean to jump off. And never mind, by the way, I did not make a mistake. Where am I? Oh, I'm with the I'm where the Lizzle was staring at me. I'm gonna get a heart now. Okay. So we can go ahead and make our way underneath the bridge over here. Make our way underneath. And once we do that, we can go ahead and push the other side in. Oh, you stupid keys. Ugh, I hate fire keys so much. If you decided to come in here with a wooden shield, your wooden shield would be done for because wood and fire don't get along. Well, no, maybe fire loves wood so much that it ends up being a little malicious, that wood won't let it have it, and that's what happens. Anyway, in the next episode of The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword, we will continue on inside the Earth Temple and go ahead and save Zelda from the monsters that dragged her in here. I'm Navi of Chaotic Reunion, and I'll see you all then.